overall, we can pick up the pieces against Egypt, which are the host. And, playing against the host is always very difficult. And the only consolation we had yesterday was that Egypt and Mozambique ended on a draw, which gave the Flying Eagles a little bit, as in an edge a little bit. All we just needed to do is to get a win against Egypt in our next game, and then probably hope. We might say permutations have started, and hope that the game between Mozambique and Senegal ends on a draw, which also gives the Super Eagles, I beg your pardon, the Flying Eagles, another chance to get. All just needed to do the remaining 2 games. They just need to win it. Nothing less than a win from the remaining
but from what you actually said, it might not be easy because we are playing against the host. And the support they'll be getting from their fans will be boisterous. We're looking at the way the stadium is. You know how they love football in North Africa.
Yes.
So, Flying Eagles now, losing that first game, like I mentioned earlier, that they should just take a cue from Saudi Arabia and Argentina. Argentina lost the first game at the World Cup. Everybody actually wrote them off, that this tournament is over for them. But they pick up the pieces and they were still able to at least
rally around.
They changed history. They turned everything around and they eventually lifted the trophy over there in Qatar. So it's possible that this could be, it could be a blessing in disguise for them if they are able to come together as a team. Don't be deterred with what that particular loss against the young Lions of Senegal. Pick up the pieces, rise to the occasion against Egypt. Who says you can't defeat them? You can beat them.
Yes, they can beat Egypt because Egypt is the. I think I saw some clips of that game against Mozambique. They weren't that spectacular. Their marksman, the only man who could have proved maybe as in very good on the pitch is, and unfortunately, it's not that we were wishing him injury before the tournament started. He got injured during the preparation process. But for the Flying Eagles, playing against Egypt, they are the host. You are going to be playing against 11, and then the 12th man is going to be the fans. Like you mentioned on set, the way they love football in North Africa. So they should be prepared for the boos, the noise, and everything. But I believe the Flying Eagles can get the job done in their second group game.
Well, Flying Eagles lost that game against Senegal. They called it the Young Lions. In that game, they fought hard, but they could not win it. Right now, Ladan Boso and his boys will be fighting hard against Egypt, and we hope that they'll be able to get what they need, a redemption for that particular game against Egypt. And from there, there will be hope that we can still make it. The 4 that's semi-finalists now, the 4 of them will be qualifying for the World Cup that will be coming up in Indonesia. Wishing Flying Eagles all the best as they prosecute their remaining 2 matches in their group, and hopefully we believe they will do it. Now, still talking about football right now, let's come back home and talk about the MPFL. Bender Insurance really is having a swan song right now. They are really doing well. Well, right now they did well. They were able to defeat Eyimba. It was a big match that everyone wanted to see over the weekend. Lobby also top group table as Sunshine Tornadoes get home wins. Let's quickly look at how the results went down across different centers in Nigeria. Let's look at Group A result right now. From there, we move to the table also. Now, Group A, we have Bender Insurance. They pipped Eyimba by a lone goal scored by Imade Osayokwe there. You have Shooting Stars 2-2 against Aqua United. What's the way to go for Aqua to get 2-2 at the home of Upsuiting? That was fantastic. And now looking at the table in that Group A, before they will be playing the remaining matches today, you have Bender Insurance now. They are yet to lose in this competition, really doing so well. Bender Insurance, as they call them, Ada Bendel, 23 points from 9 matches with a goal difference of 10. Eyimba, they are trailing despite that loss. They have 16 points following with 6 goal difference. Aqua United with 15 points after getting the draw against Upsuiting in Ibadan. You have Plateau United also. They have, although they are yet to play their own match, they have 14. Remo Stars will be playing today. You have Kwara United and all. Nasarawa United also will be playing today. Will they be adding to their tally of a point? They have 4 points so far. And right now, Bender Insurance, what's the secret?
Well, the secret is when you have those who know what football is all about, I think you are bound to get the results. The management of Bender Insurance, be marshaled and controlled by the deputy governor of the state, who himself is a member of that team, but he has hung his boot, he has retired. He was formerly a footballer, so he knows what it takes, what football management is all about. And you know, motivation, when motivation comes in any sphere of life, you are bound to get good results, and that is what we are seeing with Bendel Insurance. They've started the season very well, yet to lose any game. They've dropped points. They've had 2 draws, but they've not lost any of the game. They are the only team in the MPFL this season right now that has not lost a game. Lobby Stars, that were also on that same record, has lost a game. So for Bendel Insurance, it was quite an interesting one over the weekend. They pipped the eight-time champions, that is Enyimba. They have won this league more than any other team in Nigeria. So going to Benin, they know they were up against another good side, and Finidi just though they brought out their A game, but on the evening, Bendel Insurance was just too hot for Enyimba, and the man who got the goal, 8 goals, stopping the scorers chart.
No, you are mixing him up with the Enyimba player. The Enyimba player is one leading the goal scorer. Now you are adding.
Sorry. Right now, though, he is the highest goal scorer for the team, and
he has 5 goals.
He has 5 goals as it stands right now. So if you look at Bendel Insurance, the way they play, it is motivation, nothing less than that. Motivation, and the coach, I can't recall his name right now. He has a very long name. He's a Benin man, but he has been doing a good job. Monday. Thank you. He has been doing a fantastic job with Bendel Insurance. When this man came in, people actually thought he wasn't going to be that good. And what he did was this: during the National Sports Festival in Edo State, they went there, all the teams, the 36 states team that came to play football in Benin, they actually, I know of one player they picked from Lagos State. The guy is, I can't remember the name right now, because after that game that day, the deputy governor picked the boy by himself, and the boy was assured that he's going to get team, as in the first team play in Bendel Insurance, which actually happened. So they recruited some young boys. They went fast to recruit players from all the 36 states that came to play football in Benin. And now look at the dividend. They are topping the table. They are already guaranteed that first, whatever happens
in the circumstance,
they are going to Super 6.
So far right now, Bendel Insurance of Benin are really coasting home when it comes to football in Nigeria. A Bridge League, Group A result there. They are yet to lose a game so far, and really, they've shocked everyone. That actually means the Bendel Insurance we used to know of old are coming back to show us that really football dwells in Benin City. Now we move away from Bendel Insurance story. That's Group A. Let's look at Group B, as matches will also play quickly. Look at the result of Group B now before we get to the table. Well, let's look at the fact that the like of Lobby, Sunshine, Abia Warriors, Rivers United. Let's look at how it is. Even though we are looking at the table, well, maybe let's just take the table first, since the result is Bayelsa United 1, Enugu Rangers 1, Lobby Stars 2-0 against Doma United. They did well in Jos. Niger Tornadoes pipped Dakada FC by a lone goal, and you have Sunshine Stars also pipping Wiki Tourists by a lone goal. Now, in this group, Group B, seems to be tougher than Group A. Why? Because almost all the teams there are really fighting to see how they can up their game. Look at the way the table is standing. After looking at the result, Lobby Star, they have 19, 4 points ahead of Sunshine Star, who actually have 15. And you look at goal difference of 7-3, that's 4 goals different. You have Abia Warriors now, they have 13 points, alongside Rivers United.
Yes.
And Abia was here to play. Rivers, they have 2 matches.
2 games in hand
to play. And you look at Niger Tornadoes, the same Abia and Rivers, they have 13 points. Niger Tornadoes and Doma United have 12 points. You can see how tight this group is. And you have Enugu Rangers with 9 points, Wiki Tourists with 8, Dakada and even Bayelsa are actually standing down the pecking order there. They have 7. So it's still very open from, let's say, from 13 or even 15 down.
Even the person who's on the 9th position still has the chance
There's
of going
still chance
to the
for
top.
that team.
If you look at Group B, should I say they are struggling? They are struggling in that group. But everybody has expected that with Rivers United in that group, they are going to be the, allow me to use the Nigerian language.
The Baba of the boys.
Baba of the boys. So, but right now they are not. Though we might say they have 2 games, they've not played those 2 games
because of CAF
duties. So with the way it stands, Lobby Stars was also keeping a record of not losing a game, but they've lost 19 points. Topping the table is not a bad one for Lobby Stars. I said this sometimes ago. A friend of mine said we should watch out for Lobby Stars. They are the dark horse of this season, and which they are actually doing that, because
they are no longer dark horse now.
Because
they are already showing that
they are showing that they want to rub shoulder with the big boys in the league, because nobody gave them this chance to actually be at the top of the table per se. But with the way they have fared so far, I think they will end up also playing the Super 6. But with Rivers United, once Rivers United get their rhythm, the Man City of Nigerian League, that is what Rivers United, you are going to see. But so far so good. That group has also been, it's interesting, it's tougher, because like Bayelsa United suffered. I think they were deducted 3 points because of what happened. I think that was match day 3 incident, and now the points were deducted. But if you look at, they've taken that with good faith, and they are playing with 7 points. Who say they cannot move out of that relegation zone? So even from the 10th position, which the Bayelsa United and Dakada are occupying, they can end up maybe 3rd, 2nd, or 4th at the league, and then push those ones at the top and push them down. So the average league, well, if the IMC will hear me, we should continue with the average league for the next 2 seasons.
That's the style, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. A lot of people are now enjoying the average league now, because it's really getting very competitive when it comes to football in Nigeria. Group A and B, there are Lobby top in Group B, and you have Bende Insurance, who are yet to lose a game this tournament. They are standing top in Group A. Well, matches will continue today, and also to finish up the match day 9 before they will all go on holiday after the elections. They will come back to continue the league. That will be playing 18 matches. Match day 9 off now, and now we have 10 to 18, where the top 3 teams from each group will be fighting for honors, 100 million to be the winner of the MPFL. Well, from there, let's leave MPFL. Let's just talk about a team from Nigeria, Rivers United. Despite the fact they are not participating in the MPFL right now, they are playing the CAF Confederations Cup. The first match they play against the Ebunois of Congo, they lost 3-0, and now they've actually got their whole group back as they defeated ASEC Mimosa 3-0 also in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
Fantastic one, fantastic victory, sweet victory for Rivers United. I had said this, if they miss this game, then they should forget qualifying from the group. But they've made a statement. Stanley Neguma, actually, they saw their lapses, because against Nyons Diables, they missed a couple of chances, and they paid dearly for it by conceding those 3 goals. And the man came out and said tactical indiscipline cost them the 3 goals, which I agree with him. But they've corrected that mistakes. If you watch the way they played in Uyo, they played like a wounded lion. Every opportunity that came their way, they took it. And it would have been more than 3 goals, if not for some of the little mistakes. We couldn't take some chances, and the goalkeeper on the evening was also good for ASEC Mimosa, kept them in the game, and that was why. But 3 goals, they considered 3. They've cancelled those 3 they considered. I had actually wanted them to add 1 and make it 4-0, and then so that we can have +1 goal, 3 points +1 goal. But as it stands now, we are not owing any deficit. We are on 3 points. There's nothing. We are not owing any goal. So it's good for us that we made a statement. In our next game, just go there, get a draw or get a win, and come back home, get the job done. But for Rivers United, they've done well. The last time we were in the final, it was this same team from the team from Port Harcourt. Then they were called Sharks of Port Harcourt. They were in the final 2006, which we lost out. But this time around, with the way Rivers United are being motivated, like I mentioned against Bendel Insurance, they also have the motivation. They have the backing of the state government, and that is why they are doing well. After the league, every player smiled home with, I think that was 20 million naira for each player, the coaches and everybody. So if you get something like, if you are doing good and you are getting the motivation, you will want to go in there. If I'm the one, I would die on the pitch. Not natural death.
When you die on the pitch.
No, I will not die. What I mean, I will sleep there.
I'm just trying to put your legs there. Anyway, Rivers United doing well there. They were able to defeat ASEC Mimosa in that particular game, winning 3-0. Good one after getting pounded by the Bunois over there in Brazzaville, Congo. They also get their own pound of flesh against ASEC Mimosa. Let's see what they'll be doing by the time they travel away against Mimosa. It's going to be a tough one over there in Cote d'Ivoire, precisely in Abidjan, where they'll be fighting for honors there. Well, just giving you updates concerning CAF Confederations Cup, where Rivers United, the only team left in CAF Interclub competition so far, representing Nigeria. Now we move away from there. Let's quickly talk about Super Falcons. Yes, just the way our brothers, their brothers rather, they lost that game. Super Falcons lose 1-0 to Colombia, seek redemption against Costa Rica. The first match they play against Mexico, they lost by a lone goal, and now the second one also, they lost against Colombia. They have to fight hard against Costa Rica because although, like their coach, Randy Wardrum, said, they are using it to fight in all the departments, but Nigerians are not happy for the fact that we've lost 7 straight matches. And the World Cup is actually edging closer. Mid-year now, we'll be playing at the World Cup, Australia, New Zealand, and we are yet to actually get it right. We're going to play in Turkey. That's for another set of friendly.
Yeah.
And we have Costa Rica left in this particular Revelations Cup. What is going to happen to Super Falcons at the World Cup, where we know the best of the world are coming?
Adeni, if you ask me this question over and over again, I think I have an answer for you.
What's the answer?
The simple answer is that Randy Wardrum, for the very first time, ever since maybe coaches have been coming to Nigeria, for the very first time, I will come hard on a coach. Randy Wardrum is not the man for Super Falcons' job. We might say it was this man, Majumbe Pinnick, that brought him in, but now we have Ibrahim Gusso there. I think they should just take that decisive decision now and let Randy Wardrum go.
If what you are saying, they should sack him now. I hope what happened to Super Eagles at AFCON will not happen to us.
Let them sack him now. Whatever happens, we can come back and regroup.
But the World Cup is just how many months away?
It doesn't matter. We always qualify for the World Cup. If we don't do well in this one, let's come back home so that the next World Cup we can do better. 7 straight losses. The last time we won, Super Falcons tested a victory was in the AFCON. That was against Cameroon, en route to the semi-final. A lone goal. They lost the semi-final to Morocco. They lost the 3rd place, and then after that they lost to US back-to-back. They lost to Canada. 7 straight matches. What are we saying? And everybody is still looking at Wardrum. Wardrum is not the man for the job. Time for test running is over. Super Falcons that will know, these are players that any day, any time, when you call upon them, they are the shining light of Nigeria.
But when it comes to international stage, it's in Africa we dominate. Yes, we are the
dominance is no longer
But
there.
when it comes to, no, what I'm even trying to tell you is that, trying to counter you there, you are trying to say, okay, internationally, but even all the countries that we are playing, as at the time, even when Super Falcons are at their best, we still struggle against international
if you say we struggle, they played. They give their all. Countries like Colombia,
but they are very good. When it comes to at the international stage, Super Falcons have not been able to showcase what they are doing in Africa. Even before other countries in Africa, like South Africa, Zambia, closed the gap against us. We were dominant in Africa, but outside there, when it comes to international stage, we always shy away from.
Let me give you some of the countries that normally pulls as in headache, post threat to Super Falcons. Countries like America, Sweden. At the time
we see every time we play US.
No, I'm just giving you some of the countries that would always find difficult. Sweden, America, Germany. But over time, countries like Colombia, these are people we normally deal with when it comes to at the senior level.
How many times have we dealt with them?
You can say that these people we shouldn't be losing games. It's okay if we have even lost this game. Okay, But let's play something. These guys are not playing anything. So Randy Wardron need to get his statistics right. We have those who can take over. The likes of Edwin Okoni stay there. So let's, it's left for NFF president and other persons to do the right thing. I'm not the person to sack.
Let's just see what's going to be happening concerning that particular team right now. They'll be going to the World Cup, and they are losing a lot of games in friendlies, and we hope that they will get their acts together before the Mondial for women. Now, let's talk about the big one that also happened in the world of basketball. The NBA All-Stars favor Team Giannis actually defeated Team LeBron James. They won their game 184 to 175. A big one over there in Salt Lake City in Utah, where they fought for honors there. Well, all the team players really played well, but it was Team Giannis that did well. But a player stood out, just Jason Tatum. Tatum was able to do well in that game, scoring over 50 points, and really you have to give it up to Team Giannis for beating Team LeBron.
It was a sweet victory for Team Giannis. If you look at it, this is one of the biggest game in the United States and even in the world. And when it's basketball, you know you stand to get the best. And for Tatum, I think Tatum came out smoky, 50 points on the night, massive one for this man. He's one man I love. Whenever he's on the move, whenever he's on the ball, I love his move. He's just, everything about him is just too good. And when I see him, I see the likes of Magic Johnson of old. So it was a sweet one for Giannis' team. And for LeBron James, he's another good player, somebody who also likened to Michael Jordan. And when it's NBA, you just love it, except you are not a fan of basketball. That is when you will not know, you will not see the good side of it. So, but for the victory, it was a good one. And I supported Giannis' team to win that All-Star game, and they actually did that. So congratulations to Giannis' team.
But for the fact that Jason Tatum really showed his class in that particular game, a lot of people were looking at who would be the MVP, and he really deserved to get that particular award.
Yes, with this game right now, I think the only person that would have come close right now, I think Brown would have come close, but with this performance in this game, All-Stars game, then I don't think Brown will come close, so he deserves it.
Well, we're giving you updates concerning the NBA, where Team Giannis won that particular game. Let's quickly zoom to the EPL. Matches were played. Aston Villa, Arsenal, Man City, Northampton Forest, all of them playing over the weekend. You saw Arsenal coming from behind to get 2 extra goals to make it 4-2. Jorginho, Zinchenko, all of them unsung, even Saka. Brentford 1-1 against Crystal Palace. Brighton Albion, they lost at home against Fulham. Southampton also picked Chelsea. What a way to go at the Stamford Bridge, where the bridge is always collapsing. Who will be the Everton won against Leeds United. You have Nottingham Forest against Manchester City. They could have used that game to at least top the league, but right now they share the spoil there. Wolverhampton Wanderers, they lost against Bournemouth. Liverpool 2-0 against Newcastle United. Good one for Liverpool. Manchester United, Rashford really scoring a lot of goals there against Leicester, silencing the likes of Iheanacho and the entire squad of Leicester City. Tottenham Hotspur also had 2-0 against West Ham United. And you look quickly at the table where you have Arsenal now still topping the table there in the EPL. Well, they are topping with extra 2 points, where Man City could have done it, but they lapsed behind. They are 52 against 54. Man United are closing the gap, 49, making it just 3 points between them and Manchester City. Tottenham Hotspur, they have 42 points, followed by Newcastle, who actually have 41. You have Fulham, Brighton, Liverpool, now 8th position with 35 points, alongside Brighton and also Brentford. Chelsea, they really love a number 10 position. They've been there for almost 10 weeks now, and they have 31 points, no goal difference. And if you flip it to the bottom of the table from 11 to 20, you have Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest in that pecking order. Leicester, who actually lost their game, they have 24 points. Wolverhampton Wanderers, 23 points. You have Everton, despite winning, they are standing on 16th position with minus 13 goal difference and 21 points. Bournemouth, West Ham United, Leeds United, and Southampton, as expected. Leeds and Southampton, they have a meeting.
Yeah, they really have a meeting. I think the EPL, we have 7 games or 8 games there about to go to the to get to the end. And for Arsenal, it was a sweet victory against Una Emery, a man they showed, they let go in a fashion that the man himself wasn't actually happy the way Arsenal sacked him from the team. He actually wanted a revenge, but he couldn't get it. And Arsenal came out smoking in the second half. They went behind twice, and then they came back twice, and they were able to win. They were able to win that particular game against Aston Villa. And for Manchester City, it was a surprise result for me because against a Nottingham Forest, playing 1-1, nobody saw that result coming. They would have even lost that game if Nottingham Forest had gotten some of their chances right towards the dying stages of the game. They would have lost it the way they lost against Brentford. But right now they are trailing on 2 points to Arsenal 54. They are on 52. And for Manchester United, I think Ten Hag has turned things around in that team, and one man is getting all the headlines, is getting the show alongside Ten Hag, that is Rashford. After the World Cup, in all of the countries that went to the World Cup, there is no player who has done what Rashford is doing right now. All the players that went to the World Cup, Rashford, after the World Cup, Rashford is standing out. 23 goals in all competition, and then in 8 straight games for Manchester United after the World Cup, he has scored goals. So just give it up to this man. 14 goals in total right now in the English Premier League. So I think it's looking good for Rashford. It's looking good for Manchester United. Somebody made mention of something that at the end of the day, Manchester United might win the English Premier League. There was a prophecy from somewhere.
Let's not go to that prophecy now. Well, we just have to let you know that Chelsea, they need to up their game if they are to continue. I still don't understand why Graham Potter, it's not easy to sack him now because they will pay a lot of money.
5 good years.
And the club is not picking up.
Now, in over
okay, we
6
just
games.
have to go right now. Talking about 360 Sport on Trust TV. Emmanuel Fashimi has been the one talking. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.